Hello friends, my name is Sumeet Mahadik. Today we're going to talk about a very favorite topic of mine, that is human locomotion, why it's happening, what are the causes, what are the reasons, and what are the disorders. Let's talk about the human locomotion. Okay, when you talk about human locomotion, the slides in front of you, what says that it involves the movement of the bones, cartilage, muscles, tendons, and ligaments. What are the bones, cartilage, muscle, tendons, and ligaments? We're going to talk about this in the next slides. But we need all of this bones, cartilage, muscle, tendons, and ligaments has to be act in a coordinate manner so that the movements can be happen. In animal cell, as we know that it is a locomotile, that means it transfer from one place to another place, and this is called a locomotion. So these are the varieties of the factor responsible for the proper locomotion. It allows the humans to move from place to place, search of the food and shelter. That's why these are very important. Then human skeleton system, you can see the skeleton system is a front view. You can see here you can here see that it's a front view, it's a back view, and it's a side view. So when it contains, what is a human skeleton system? It contains of the many different shapes and the sizes, small, big, and many bones are articulated inside, or there are many bones are there, makes a human skeleton system. There are many different sizes and the varieties and shapes are there. The purpose of the human skeletal system is that first, support and the protection of the body structures. It anchors the muscle actions, because on the bone there is a muscle and it sticks on the bone, so bone has to be very strong. It supports and anchors. It's leverage for the body movements, or we can say it's a bony skeleton is a major thing important in the locomotions, right? Then it produces the blood cells in the bone marrow. So we should know that bone marrow is only responsible where RBC and WBC are formed. So human skeletal system is very important over here. In the next slide, we can see that a cartilage. We have just mentioned that what is a cartilage? A cartilage between what? Let's see. It is a flexible and elastic. It has to be flexible. The cartilage has to be between the two bones, so it has to be flexible, like you can see in the diagram as well. It is a flexible, elastic. It gives the support, flexibility of the joints. If there is a two bones are joined here, there has to give the flexibility. That is more important than cartilage. For example, cartilage, you can say ear, nose are nothing but a cartilage only, having the elastics. There is no bone in this nose and ears, but they are elastic, so they are cartilage, nothing but. So it makes up the most of the body's skeleton. By adulthood, most of the cartilage is taken over by the bones found in ears, end of the ribs, nose, ears, bronchi, and trachea. When you talk about the nose, it's made of the cartilage, ears, cartilage, bronchi, and the trachea. Trachea is what food pipe and windpipe has to be in a coated manner. That's called trachea. Trachea. The next slide states that. The next slide states about that. What it states that human muscular. The next slide states about the human muscular system. What's that? These are the three types of the muscles in the human body: visceral, smooth in appearance, and involuntary action. There are muscles. We're going to talk about the visceral. See, there are cardiac muscles, skeletal muscles, and the smooth muscles. These are these three types of the cells. We'll talk about the cardiac. There has to be relaxation and a contraction which found in the heart. Then we talk about the skeletal muscle, that's definitely found in the bones, or okay. And when you talk about the smooth muscle, there is a diagram indicate that it's found in the stomach. It's all over the body actually. So let's talk about the visceral, smooth in appearance and involuntary in action. Then human muscular system, cardiac muscles, involuntary in action, which is not in our control, stripped in appearance. Example is heart. So you can see that diagram, we can zoom it out. Okay, then when we talk about the cardiac muscle, they are found like intercalated discs are approaching. There is an intercalated discs are approaching. Cardiac muscle cells are fairly straighted, branching. They are branched, having the nucleus. They are branches because they have to transfer the contraction relaxation modes. So the action potential. What is action potential? That we are talking about in terms of the contraction and relaxation. The action potential travels through a cell connected together, forming a functioning system in which a function of the unit. So cardiac cell basically defined for their contraction and relaxation. The structure is front of you. Okay, when you talk about the human muscular system, you can see here this is a muscular system. Okay, so now there is a epithelium is there is a supporting surrounding each cell is there, then bundle of the cells are there, you can find. So one muscle is composed of this, surrounding the bundles becomes the muscle sheath is there. So these are the structures, or these are the diagram in front of you. Let's study what is the matter is given here. Skeletal muscle appearance voluntary in action. They are in control, striated in appearance. Stripped in appearance. Stripped means that there is a dark and light diagrams are present, or shades are present. Controlled by the central nervous system. They are used to move bones in a coordinated manner. These are the muscle which is responsible for the movement of the bones. Muscle usually operate in the pairs which pull on the bones on the other side, include external and the flexors. What is external? Which extend the limbs. Limbs has to be extend. That is called extenders. Flexors return to limbs. If I'm doing like this, it has to be written back. That is the extenders, and the flexors are there. Let's talk about the tendons. Tendons and ligaments are very important. What is tendons exactly? There is an attachment or a connective tissue, it's called. It's between the bones and bone, which is join bones and bones together without any friction. That's called tendons. Made up of the connective tissue, they are tough and inelastic. It has to be provided a support strength, and they has to be inelastic because they should not, like bone and bone should not get break open. That's why. So they connect the muscle to the bone. What are the tendons? They connect the muscle to the bones. You can see in the diagram. But when you talk about the ligaments, that is a very important thing. Since ligaments, you can say there is a joint, there is a one liquidy fluid is there, that is called ligaments. What is that? Ligaments which connects the bone and the muscle. So made up of the tough elastic. When you talk about the tendons, they are what? Inelastic. But when you talk about the ligaments, they are elastic tissue because they provide elasticity for the movement, able to stretch slightly during the joint movement, connect the bones at the joints such as elbow, fingers and knees. This is very important. Now let's talk about what are the problems that affects the skeletal system. These are the skeletal system. What is the effect? Arthritis and tendonitis. So what is arthritis? Let's study. When we talk about the arthritis, that is the inflammation of the joint causing the swelling in the horrible pain. It's caused a horrible pain. Those who are suffering from arthritis, they suffer a lot of pain because it's a joint, and in that joint, if there is inflammation, definitely there is a problem in a locomotion, problem in a movement of the bones. It causes a pain. It can occur at a young age, usually occurs when the old, because of the tear and wear pressures, right? When we talk about the tendinitis, what is tendons? We have studied that with joints, bones and bones. So definitely this is a very serious problem. There is an inflammation, nothing but a swelling of the tendons, usually at the bone attachment. With the bone, bones are joined. If there is inflammation, if there is a crack, if there is a problem, friction will be there, and that is a very serious problem because it's a bone attachment. It's caused by the physical stress and irritation to the spot. It's common in athletes because they are very locomotive. So we have ended up with the finding out what are the bones, ligaments, tendons, and what is arthritis and tendonitis. I hope you like this video. So definitely for more the videos, subscribe my channel and press